Brother Croatia, and this is the Diocletian Palace. It took 10 years to be built. It was built in 380 and 300 and it took 10 years to build. It was built 1,700 years ago. Diocletian wanted to plant cabbages because he was retiring, and he got the palace, and he likes growing cabbages, and he likes gardening. Down the gate into Diocletian's
dry city
Alright, tell us what this is.
This is where the people would go up into rooms and for army, but then they changed and then they changed it to a sacrifice room. This will only be a $30. This is where the people that were coming into the city met with Diocletian, and they waited hours because the people thought that he was a god. So they waited a long time, but actually he was a person, not a god. And up in the dome, there was a big hole, and there was always a big hole. And if you come over here, they fixed most of this place, but if you look at the top of that, you can see that part wasn't fixed, and that was what it still looks like. This is where Diocletian came to give his speech, and he did a speech every day at 12 o'clock at noon, sharp. And he gave speeches to his people, and they were usually very long. We're in the Marin area, but there's lots of construction going on, and it's very loud, so we'll come back to this at the end. This is where Diocletian lived, and this was in apartments. And he lived in the back of the palace, and you could see the sea right outside. And there's a basement downstairs that we're going to go to, and that's where he could escape if anybody's coming. And there was 1,700 years ago, there used to be water right against the palace, so he would have a really fast escape route. And nobody could pass because all of the noises echoed through the palace, and only his family and his army troops could get it. This was where his remains of the house was, and there was a nice roof on top, and brick was way cheaper than stone, and they used most of the stone for this part, and so they could keep it stable. They got a much harder stone so this wouldn't fall. And if you look up there, you can see.
And that way, in 5 minutes, you virtually walk through the entire inside of Diocletian's palace.
This is where the floor plan was. And this stone walls represent the floor plan and where the walls were. This was the living room, and that was the study. And then right here in the middle was the food eating area.
Dining room.
That's the dining room. They had a big round table could lie down, and they didn't use chairs. They could lie down, or they could do whatever they wanted, but they didn't like using chairs. They ate without chairs. And then they had breakfast at 6, lunch at 11:30, and then they had dinner from 2 till 6. And then that was where they had a big, huge dinner. And they talked and they ate a whole bunch.
What did they eat?
And they ate lots of vegetables.
Like
lettuce, cabbages,
and figs, right? Because there's the fig trees.
figs, and other stuff.
Okay.
And over here, this is the barfing room. And since they love eating because eating is in their culture, they would come over here when they thought they would barf, and then they would just barf. And then after they barfed, they just kept eating, and then barfed, eating, barfed, eating, barfed, all 3 dinner. This is the dining room, and they ate stuffed dormouse and figgy pudding whenever they had dinner parties, and they have always lots of dinner parties, and they always had fig pudding and dormice. And for entertainment, they had dancers and juggles. These are the apartments, and they're still here when families fled, and you can see that they dry their clothes from hanging outside.
Why did they come here?
And they came here because their families fled, so they can in the 700s. That is the mausoleum, and that is where he held his deathbed, and he lives here for 7 years.
Where are we going?
We're going into the basement now. So we're in the basement, and they left this room, and they left some very old mosaic tile. This is the basement, and this is where they produce some of the Game of Thrones. And you can see the holes up there, and in the 700s, the people squatted down and they threw their trash into the trash chutes, and then this whole basement was filled with trash. And then
over 1,000 years.
Over 1,000 years, it was filled with trash, and then it took 100 years to clean 90% of it. And there's still 10% to go, but they want 3% left for visitors.
Okay. And this is where Daenerys held her dragon.
Where the water source was, and when Diocletian got here, he wanted to use this water source because he hadn't made one of his own water sources, and then he left this well until he got his own water source, and then right across this wall was the ocean, and they used this, and they called the water here sweet water instead of fresh water, and then on that map was the aqueduct where they could get there.
They built the aqueduct.
Duck.
Right. It comes down from the mountains and all the way into the city.
South entrance, and it used to go right out to the water, and this was what I was talking about, and right over, there used to be water right here, and there was escape routes if anybody was attacked.
Right, walk forward, all right?
And right here, I would have fallen in the water.
Okay, walk forward. All the way out.
I found
Son 7.
Over there in those stores, that was where Diocletian's apartment was, and every day at 12 o'clock sharp, he would stand in front of those gray gates and give a speech to his people. And then he got that Sphinx, and he took the Sphinx from Egypt, and they built it 3,500 years ago, and it's made from granodites, and it's almost indestructible. And then here's the bell tower, and I took some pictures of the bell tower when I was in it from the top, so I get to see what it says. These are the mausoleum column that they also stole from Egypt. And this is the big courtyard.
I mean, you need to buy my and is it too heavy for one hand? Yeah, can you handle 2? Yeah, come on.
Just for the picture.
And just for a photo, yeah.
Let me see some reflex.
Hey, come on. Yeah.
Don't hit yourself in the knee.
This is split from the top of the bell tower, and this is where you can see the whole city.